I'm ready to show you my 4 tips for increasing your following and engagement in just 5 minutes. So increasing your following. It's really important to your success on the platform, but a lot of people can start obsessing over their following, and that obsession can lead them down the wrong path. So what you first need to understand is that not all followers are equal, okay? If you just want to be popular on Instagram and have 100,000 followers and that's it for you, then this workshop probably isn't for you. My goal is to actually teach you things that will help you boost your business. So I'm not just going to teach you how to get any old follower. I'm going to teach you how to get a follower that's actually going to support your goals. Okay, these are the people who are going to engage with you. They're going to comment on your content. They're going to visit your website and potentially buy what it is you're selling. Okay, so if your goal is to use Instagram to generate business, you need to attract the right follower, not just any follower. So how do we do that? Well, the first step is to determine who your ideal follower is. Now, this is something that I talk about all the time because it's so important for any business. You need to know who your target market is. Who is that person that's most likely to benefit from what you're offering? Okay, if you're not familiar with who that person is, then gaining those followers is going to be very difficult. So I'm not going to go into depth on this topic today. This is something that's covered in the Instagram Ivy League, and it's just something that takes time to develop. So all I need you to know is that you need to start thinking about who your ideal audience and target market is so that you can do step 2, which is expose them to your content. Okay, the easiest way to get followers is to get an influx of people to your feed. If you're not getting any traffic to your feed, then you're probably not going to get any followers. It's just like a store. If they're not getting any foot traffic inside, they're probably not going to make any sales. So the first increasing your follower 5-minute tip that I'm going to teach you is all about optimizing your headline. So if you don't know what your headline is, it's the first bolded line of your Instagram bio. So as you can see on mine, it's Instagram tips with Alex Tooby. So the secret of the headline is that it's searchable. That means that whatever you write in there can show up in Instagram search. So to optimize that, we need to add keywords to it, okay? But not just any keywords, keywords that will attract your target market to your feed. So for me, I've written Instagram tips, which means if someone goes onto Instagram, they go to the search bar and they type Instagram tips, I'm the first account that shows up. Now from here, underneath my username, you can see in light gray writing, Instagram tips with Alex Tooby. Okay, so that's my headline. So you can also see all of these other accounts that show up here also have Instagram tips in their headline, okay? And the big thing to note is that none of them have this keyword in their actual username. So that means that we're coming up in search specifically because of our headline. So my guess is that your headline right now probably says your first and last name. And unless you're somebody that people are searching for, having your name there is just taking up valuable space, okay? You can definitely add your name to the rest of your bio, but your headline should be dedicated specifically to searchable keywords, okay? So I'm just gonna jump into my followers list here to show you how few people are actually taking advantage of this tip. So if I mention your name, it's not an attack on you in any way. I'm just showing an example of where your headline could be optimized, okay? So in fact, I don't even need to scroll down this list to show you that every single person on this screen right now is not optimizing their headline, okay? We have Soren, we have Claudia, Katie, Catherine, Ethan. None of these people have any searchable terms in their headline, and that means that they're missing out on significant traffic, okay? I'll just keep going down until I find one. So you can see this one says wedding business, I believe. And just based on that, if I were to type wedding into Instagram, they have an opportunity of showing up in that search. And obviously, a wedding business's goal would be to attract people that are searching for weddings. So I hope this makes sense. So as you can see, there's very few people that are taking advantage of this super simple tip that you can implement in less than 5 minutes. In fact, I think it would probably only take you 1 minute. So I definitely suggest that you make this change today. So tell me in the chat, is your headline optimized? Again, if it's not, I need you to change it today because it is going to make a significant impact on the passive traffic you attract to your feed. So the next 5-minute tip you can implement to increase your following is to engage with highly specific content and people. Okay, so to do this, we're going to jump back into Instagram, go to the magnifying glass, hit that search bar, and then toggle over to tags. So again, knowing who your ideal audience or target market is going to make this process a lot easier. So once you're comfortable with who that person is, I want you to type in a keyword that describes them. Maybe that's a solopreneur, maybe it's a boss babe, maybe it's a stay-at-home mom. Whatever it is, type it into the tag section of your Instagram search. So I'm going to type in boss babe. Then Instagram's going to generate a variety of hashtags. From here, you're going to dive into the one that speaks to you and that you think best describes your target market. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit this first boss babe one. Then what I'm going to do is toggle over to the recent tab, open up that first photo, and then like the photo. I'm also going to go to her account, hit the icon in the middle, scroll down, and like 2 more photos. Then I'm going to swipe to the right again, and then do the exact same thing on the next post. Okay, I'm going to like this one, I'm going to go over to her account, hit the middle tab, and like the next 2 photos. Then I'm going to swipe back and do it again. Okay, as you can see, this does not take very much time at all. In fact, I've already gone through these 3 different accounts in probably 30 seconds or less. So what you're doing here is you're giving engagement, and you're also encouraging these people who fall into your target market to come and visit your page. Okay, again, remember I said that the more traffic you get to your feed, the more likely you are to gain followers. But again, it's really important that we're getting that specific person to our feed. So by going into a hashtag that someone has used on their content that perfectly describes themselves, we're targeting the right people. This is something that I will continue to reiterate. It's so important that all of your efforts are going towards targeting the right person, because in the long run, that's what's actually going to boost your business. That's what's actually going to increase your engagement and send people to your website and for you to make money, okay? So what I want you to do is set up a timer for 5 minutes every single day, go into a hashtag, like the first photo, go into their account, and like 2 more. If you want, you can leave a comment. If you want, you can follow them. That's totally up to you. The bare minimum of what you need to do is like 3 of their posts. So that is the second way that you can increase your following, by simply dedicating 5 minutes, okay? So my question to you is, can you commit 5 minutes? That first tip literally will only take you about 1 or 2. And the second tip I want you to do for 5 minutes a day. So if you can commit that time, I truly believe those 2 things alone are going to increase your following. So now it's time to talk about increasing your engagement. So the funny thing about engagement is that to get more engagement, we need some to start with. Okay, so you might be saying, well, how the heck am I going to do that? If I don't have any engagement now, how am I going to get more engagement? Well, you need to remember that engagement needs to be encouraged. It simply won't happen on its own, okay? If you want to have a significant increase in your current engagement, then you need to do something about it. You can't just keep posting or keep using the same hashtags or just keeping everything the same and hoping something's going to change, okay? So what I'm going to teach you now is how to actually encourage more engagement. So the first 5-minute engagement boosting tip is to take advantage of Instagram stories features like polls, questions, and quizzes. I know that you've seen these before, and I bet you have interacted with them. How do I know that? Well, I've done it too. I interact with all the polls and quizzes and question boxes that I see on Instagram stories because they're fun. And because as humans, we love to add our input and share our opinions on things. So when someone asks you a yes or no question and it's right in front of you on your Instagram stories, it's really easy to click one of those answers. Okay, so the idea here is that by using these features, your audience, whether it's 10 people or 100 people, are likely to participate. So when we set up an Instagram story that has a poll or a quiz or a question box and people start participating in it, that counts as engagement. So that signals to the Instagram algorithm that people are interested in what you're sharing. And in turn, that's going to make Instagram more likely to share your content to those people the next time you post. Okay, so if you have 1,000 followers and you post an image, likely a small percentage of those people are actually going to see it. But if every day you're utilizing these Instagram story features and having people engage with you, almost all of those people that engage with you are going to see your next post. Okay, that's just how the algorithm works. So if you're not taking advantage of these easily implementable tools, then you're definitely missing out. So it only takes a few minutes to set up a poll or a quiz, so I highly suggest you start implementing these today. And there's a bonus attached to this idea. If you ask the right questions, you'll be able to gather invaluable data about what your audience wants and cares about. So if you set up a poll that says, do you like when I post videos or when I post motivational quotes? And 90% of people said they like motivational quotes. Well, you've just determined exactly what your audience wants to see. And if you watched my first workshop, you know how important that is. We need to provide our audience with what they want. So by using a poll, not only are you increasing the engagement of your overall account, you're also gathering data about what your audience wants so you can adjust your content and make it better for the future. All of those things combined are going to result in more followers and more engagement. So the last 5-minute tip that you can implement to boost your engagement is to be relatable and honest in your Instagram captions. I don't know about you, but anytime I see a long caption that has someone sort of spilling their heart or talking about something hard that happened to them recently or a struggle that they're going through, I always, 1, read it to the end, and 2, I'm usually compelled to leave a comment and tell them that I appreciate the story, that I relate with it, that I'm sorry, etc. So I'm sure that you've been there before. You've probably left these comments, and if you think about it, the reason why you did it was because it was so honest and it was so raw, and perhaps it was even relatable. So in this example, I was talking about this exact topic of being more vulnerable and showing more of me on my Instagram feed so that people could better connect with me. I shared my insecurity about always feeling like I've never done enough, or I should have finished something earlier than I did, or I'm just not doing the best that I could. And this post got nearly 3,000 likes, which is pretty significant in comparison to the likes that I got on other posts that aren't as authentic. I also got hundreds of comments of people saying they related to it and that they understood and that it's okay that I feel this way. So that not only significantly increased my engagement, it also helped me connect better with my audience. By putting myself out there, I got so much in return. So I highly suggest that if you can, be relatable and be honest in your captions, because they really do make a big difference in the amount of engagement that you get. So of course you may be asking, well, how am I going to do this for my specific niche? You know, if you have a business that's selling real estate, it might not be appropriate for you to share absolutely everything, but if you can share something honest that falls within your niche. So for example, maybe when you first bought a house and you actually didn't get approved for the mortgage, or someone outbid you, or maybe even a house that you had burnt down or something like that. Any story that you can share that's going to trigger something within your target market is worth sharing on your Instagram account. So I highly suggest that you implement this as soon as possible. So before we move on, tell me in the chat, when was the last time that you shared something that made you uncomfortable? These honest and relatable posts should make you uncomfortable because you're putting yourself out there. You're putting yourself out on the internet for everyone to judge you. But guess what? The thing is that you don't get judgment. You actually get love and support in return. And on top of that, like I said, you're gonna get more engagement too. So definitely worth it. So again, I know I've thrown a lot of information at you today, so let's do a quick recap so you don't forget anything. So the first thing that you learned was that the headline in your bio is searchable. You need to add relevant keywords to it to attract followers on autopilot. The second thing you learned was that spending 5 minutes per day engaging with highly specific content and accounts can lead to significant growth. All you have to do is search a hashtag, go inside of it, and leave 3 likes on each person's account. This is going to cause them to come over to your feed, check out what you're offering, and when your content aligns with what they're interested in, you're going to get new followers. The third thing that you learned was utilizing Instagram story features can improve your position in the algorithm and lead to an increase in engagement on your Instagram posts. So using those polls, questions, and quiz features should be a regular occurrence for you. And then lastly, you learned that being relatable and honest is one of the easiest ways to encourage engagement from your audience. So remember, all of these things can be implemented in just 5 minutes or less, so definitely make sure that you're not skipping them and that you do try them on your account. So thank you so much for joining me today, but before I go, I want to just address something. I know that you're here today because you feel like you can't get ahead and you're ready to see a change. You want meaningful results from Instagram without wasting hours and hours on the app. You want a simple solution that generates more growth, more engagement, and more income. Well, now it's your turn to have those things, and you watching these workshops is one step in the right direction. It's your turn to experience what it feels like to see all of your hard work pay off, literally. It's your turn to stop wasting time on Instagram strategies that don't work. It's your turn to effortlessly convert your Instagram followers into real paying customers. And finally, it's your turn to feel confident in your Instagram strategy, to see real, meaningful growth, and use your account to generate income with the guidance of my step-by-step program. Remember, nothing I've shared with you is theory or my subjective opinion. These are all strategic steps that myself and my students use to achieve real growth and returns on Instagram. I don't have any secret tools or access to expensive resources. I just have a system that works. If I can create a 6-figure-a-year career with Instagram, you can too. So now I would like to introduce you to my newest Instagram program, the Instagram Ivy League, an elite education in Instagram, marketing, and making money with social media. The Instagram Ivy League is a very robust course that encompasses everything that I've learned from the beginning of my journey to where I am now. It's made up of 10 strategically designed modules, 63 step-by-step video tutorials, 10 course quizzes, 1 completion certificate, and free updates and additions for life. Okay, like I said, it's very robust. It's your A to Z answer for everything Instagram, marketing, and making money with social media. So the course is broken down into, as I mentioned, 10 strategically designed modules. And what I mean by that is that I'm giving you the exact advice that you need to see results, okay? There's no extra fluff, there's no content that isn't relevant, and there's nothing inside here that won't help you achieve results, okay? So we start with module 1, which is about setting up strong foundations. We're going to discuss optimizing your bio, what type of profile you should have, how to determine who your target market is, how to set goals for success, and so much more. In module 2, we talk about creating quality content. In this module, I'm going to teach you about all different types of content, how to take photos with your DSLR, how to take photos with your mobile phone, edit photos, and more. In the third module, we're going to talk all about Instagram stories. This is a very robust module. It teaches you every single thing that you need to know about Instagram and how to use it strategically, because Instagram stories really are such a powerful tool. Module 4 is all about hashtags. Inside, I'm going to teach you my hashtag research process, how to select hashtags specifically for your account, and how to make the most of them. Module 5 is all about posting and planning. Here we're going to talk about schedulers, how often you should be posting, what types of content you should be posting, and even the anatomy of a perfect post. In Module 6, we get into the growth module. This is where you're going to learn all of my strategies on how I went from 0 followers to almost 500,000 followers. Module 7 is all about analyzing and optimizing our current content. We're going to break down your Instagram insights and determine how are we going to use this to better our content in the future, and also what else can we do to get more engagement on our posts. Module 8 is all about monetization. This is where you're going to learn exactly how you're going to monetize your unique account. Module 9 is all about paid advertising. In this module, I'm going to show you exactly how to boost your posts, how to create Instagram ads, and how to create story ads so that you can take your marketing to the next level. And then finally, Module 10 is all about your next steps. What happens after you've built an amazing account with targeted followers, great engagement, and you have a monetization plan? Well, you need to start building your email list. So this module is going to effectively set you up for the next level of your business, okay? After you complete the Instagram Ivy League, you'll be ready to take the next step and scale your business to the next level and make even more money. Okay, it's my goal with the Instagram Ivy League to teach you every single thing that you need to know so that you can use it as a true marketing tool that helps you reach your goals. So not only that, but there's also a few bonuses included in the Instagram Ivy League. The first bonus is 11 workbooks, guides, and templates that are going to help you really absorb the content that I share in the course. A few of these include a brand collaboration swipe copy, an Instagram giveaway guide, a visual branding guide, a hashtag research workbook, and monetization guides that tell you exactly how to make money being an influencer and utilizing influencers as a business. So these provide so much value to the course. They really are going to take what you've learned to the next level. Bonus number 2 is 365 days of VIP support. If you enroll in the Instagram Ivy League today, you are going to get access to the VIP support group on Facebook for a total of 1 year. Within that year, you have access to me as your mentor, as well as the rest of your class. This bonus is going to significantly improve your success with the course because you can easily come in and ask any questions that you have, and I will answer them personally. On top of that, other students of the course will be there to chime in with their own personal experiences. The third bonus is 5 hashtag starter packs. So I have selected over 70 different hashtags in 5 different niches for you to use as soon as you access the course. You can literally grab them, copy them, and paste them to your newest Instagram post and start seeing results right away. While I do teach you my exact hashtag research process within the course, these are handy for someone who needs to get started right away. And then finally, the last bonus and the biggest bonus is the fast action bonus. I'm offering you $100 off the retail price of the Instagram Ivy League until May 7th. So if you're interested in enrolling and you want to get a great deal, then you need to enroll now. All you have to do is click the button below this video. So now that you know you can get $100 off, well, you're probably wondering, well, what's the actual price of the course? Well, hiring someone to implement and manage your Instagram strategy would cost you at least $1,500 a month. Hiring me for one-on-one mentoring would cost you over $5,000. There's nearly 10 hours of content in this course, and my hourly rate is around $500. So for me to teach you everything that's in this course would cost over $5,000. But you can enroll in the Instagram Ivy League today for just $497. Or 4 monthly payments of $140. So clearly the value is in the course. You're going to have access to this content for life, so it's going to pay itself off way sooner than if you were to hire a manager or hire me as your one-on-one mentor. So the price of $497 is actually my early bird price. And like I said earlier, it's valid until May 7th, okay? So the retail price of this course is $597, but for right now, I'm giving you $100 off so that you can grab it for $497. Alternatively, you can use my payment plan, which is 4 monthly payments of $140 instead of 5 monthly payments, okay? So you're saving an entire monthly payment by enrolling before May 7th. So I don't want you to wait any longer. If you're ready to enroll, click the button below. Once you do that, you're going to see a checkout page. From here, you'll be able to select your payment option, whether you're going to pay in full or use the payment plan, and then use the secure checkout with either PayPal or your credit card. Once you've completed that, you're going to receive an email from me that has your login details. You can use those to then access the exclusive membership website. You're going to see something that looks like this, with each and every module and bonus laid out for you to access immediately. Now keep in mind, if you do decide to choose the payment plan, you will only gain access to modules 1, 2, and 3 for the first month. As you continue through your payment plan, modules will become available to you. However, if you pay in full, you get access to everything immediately. So you can start now for just $140 and then 3 easy monthly payments, or you can pay in full and save $63. So if you're ready to enroll, click that button below. Now I know that you might have some objections, so I want to address those right away. You might be thinking, Instagram is too much work. Well, Nathan had that same fear when he joined. He said, I'm not the best with social media, but it was easy enough for me to follow and implement. It taught me how to build a strategy and grow my engagement. I've seen a positive increase in followers, and it has generated significant customer traffic and exposure for my company. You might also be thinking, I don't know where to start. Well, Sal worried about this before joining as well. He said, I didn't have the first clue where to start with using IG to promote my business, nor did I have the time to spend learning by trial and error. Your course gave me the confidence to develop my page in a way that has now become a major source of revenue for my business. In the past year, I've grown from having essentially 0 followers to over 7,000, and the momentum keeps going. I've seen my web traffic double, and so have the sales. And Gail felt similar as well. She said, prior to starting your course, my biggest struggle was everything. It was all pretty confusing. Your courses are concise and get to the point and have lots of important advice and tips. The course helped with follower growth, retention, and engagement, and that increase has driven traffic to my blog and opened up collaboration opportunities. You might also be thinking, well, I tried other courses, but they didn't work. DD was thinking the same thing. He said, it's definitely the best online course I ran into when searching for answers. It's professional, easy to follow, and so to the point. Alex really understands your needs and cares about what you do, and the results speak for themselves. Last but not least, Alex's tutorials, videos, and teaching techniques are done so perfectly. Sound, voice, lighting, and presentation, it all makes it so easy and fun. Or maybe you're thinking you don't have much time to commit. Well, Shan had the same fear when she joined. She said, my biggest struggle with Instagram prior to taking the course was gaining relevant followers efficiently without spending all day on Instagram because I have the rest of my business to run. The course helped me the most by implementing a sound, legitimate strategy and process to gain relevant followers faster than my previous rate. I now have more web traffic and sales from this channel. So as you can see, people from all different industries have seen success with my courses. So I want you to join the Instagram Ivy League, and I want you to do it before the early bird pricing ends on May 7th. So remember, you can enroll for $497 or 4 monthly payments of $140. So tell me, are you ready for a step-by-step Instagram strategy that actually boosts your following and your business? Well, if you are, then you need to join me in the Instagram Ivy League today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate you, and I'm so excited to have you inside the Instagram Ivy League. So if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to reach out. My email is hello@alextubi.com, or you can always DM me on Instagram at instawithalex. So that's it for today, guys. I will see you inside the Instagram Ivy League.